Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a hot topic that's shaking up international trade, Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada and Mexico. But here's the big question. What does this mean for you? From rising prices at the grocery store to changes in your daily expenses, we're breaking down exactly how these tariffs could hit your wallet. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether it's time to stock up or brace for impact. Let's get into it. Imagine a trade policy that could change North America's economy a lot. It could cost American families over $1,000 a year. Trump's tariffs on Canada and Mexico might start a big chain reaction in many industries. Trade wars with Canada and Mexico could shake up many parts of the economy. Import duties on key areas like cars, food, and energy could make things more expensive. For example, a 25% tariff could add $3,000 to the price of a new car, making it over $50,000. These tariffs are more than just numbers. They could mess up supply chains that have taken years to build. From avocados to cars, Trump's tariffs could affect almost every part of American life. The economic risks are big. The U.S. economy might shrink by 0.3% GDP. Canada and Mexico could lose even more, 3.6% and 2% respectively. These changes could alter trade and spending habits in many ways. Understanding Trump's trade policy and economic nationalism. President Trump changed how the U.S. deals with international trade. His focus on protectionism has changed the global economy. He pushed for more American-made goods and challenged old trade deals. The rise of protectionist measures. Economic nationalism was a big part of Trump's time in office. His team used strong trade policies to help American businesses. Tariffs were a key part of this, hitting important trade partners and shaking up the old ways of global trade. Made in America, initiative and economic goals. The Made in America plan was all about boosting U.S. manufacturing. It used trade barriers to keep jobs in the country and cut down on foreign supplies. This move was against globalization, aiming to make America's industries strong again. Key drivers behind trade policy decisions. Several key reasons led Trump's trade moves. He wanted to lower trade deficits, protect American jobs, and get better deals with other countries. He thought old trade agreements had hurt U.S. workers and businesses, so he aimed to change the game. Trump's tariffs, implementation and immediate effects. President Trump's steel and aluminum tariffs changed U.S. trade policy with North America. The move targeted metals from Canada and Mexico. This caused big waves in many economic areas. The steel tariffs led to a lot of debate among economists. Companies saw their costs for raw materials go up, which could mess up their production lines. The construction industry was hit hard, with steel prices soaring after the tariffs were announced. Experts warned of possible effects on the U.S. economy. Russell Investments thought U.S. inflation might go up a bit because of the tariffs. Small and medium-sized businesses worried about how to handle the extra costs from aluminum tariffs. Trade talks got complicated as Canada and Mexico tried to lessen the economic blow. The original plan for tariffs was put off by 30 days for talks. This pause showed how complex international trade can be. Big industries like cars, manufacturing, and building were getting ready for possible supply chain problems. Experts suggested companies should look to make money from domestic sales. They also advised on how to set prices to deal with the tariffs' economic effects. Impact on U.S.-North American trade relations. The start of retaliatory tariffs between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico made cross-border trade tough. Manufacturers in North America faced a complex and uncertain economic scene. This was due to strict trade policies. Businesses saw their operations get hit hard right away. World Emblem, with 1,300 workers in the U.S. and Mexico, stopped all new projects for 24 months. This move showed the fear and worry about trade rules that keep changing. Canadian market response. Canadian companies set up their own tariffs to fight back against U.S. trade moves. ShearTex, a Canadian maker, cut its workforce by 40% for a while. This showed how big the economic hit was from trade fights. Mexican trade agreement challenges. Mexico's trade partners had to change their plans because of higher tariffs. This risked the stability of supply chains. It made things harder and more expensive for companies that work across borders. Supply chain transformation. The tariffs made U.S. companies think hard about their supply chains. They faced higher costs for parts from abroad, which meant higher prices for consumers. This showed how closely trade ties are in the region. By December, U.S. imports hit a record $293.1 billion. This showed the complex world of international trade, even with tariffs. The changing trade scene kept testing the strength of North American economic ties. Conclusion: Trump's tariffs show a complex view on international trade. Trade wars with the U.S., Canada, and Mexico have shown our economic weaknesses. They have also changed how we trade with each other. American shoppers and businesses have felt the impact of these tariffs. The trade wars have shown how sensitive our economy is. Decisions made by leaders can cause big changes in many areas. The future of these trade moves is unclear. Leaders must weigh our country's needs against working with the world. The talks about trade wars show we need smart plans. These plans should help our industries, but also keep good relations with other countries. As things change, being able to adjust and negotiate well will be key. We will learn a lot from these trade talks. This knowledge will help shape our future dealings with the world.